They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when they said that man could fly. They told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's the same old cry. They laughed at Lark writing this. They said her commas were a mess. But oh, let's talk about it in my lovely review of True Light by Lark Voorhies. I grew up on Saved by the Bell, of course, and so when I found out that Lark Voorhies, who played Lisa Turtle, wrote some books, I was very intrigued. I was even more intrigued when people said her books were very unhinged and that they showed, mental illness and whatever. And as we know, and as the song that I just sang illustrates, lots of people who were before their time were called crazy, and a lot of crazy artwork is very moving to people and it's very inspiring to us. So let's see. Now, first of all, it's a very thin book, right? It's 62 pages, which it really kind of feels more like a booklet to me. It is classed in religion and spirituality, which is apt because, frankly, there's more like Bible verses in here than like prose, and so it really feels more like a tract. Now, let's see. I really love the way she named the chapters. I don't want to give it away, but it's really great. It's pretty funny. And there are a few like really interesting lines in this book. And I will say that by the end of reading it, when I started to read it again from the beginning, it made more sense. Like the beginning, there's sort of like a section of prose, and then it gets into the chapters, and the chapters all deal with like Bible verses, stringing them together. But the thing is that like now in her prose, she makes up a lot of words. She has spelling errors. It doesn't look like it was edited, It looks like she sort of just wrote it and just printed it off. But there are also errors in the Bible verses. And one really wonders, like, how that happened. Was she dictating them? Like, did she just type them? Was she copying them? I mean, some of them look copy-pasted, like, from bulletins. But then some of them, a lot of them are, like, inserted into paragraphs. And you kind of wonder if she might have altered them. Like, you don't know. I'm not going to go and check all these verses. I'm just not going to do it. So, like, who knows? Who knows what's really going on with, like, the quoted material in this book, which then is sort of another layer of intrigue in a way. I think her voice is very interesting. She definitely has like a very kind of prophetic voice about her, and I think that it would be really interesting if she was to revisit this manuscript, go through it again, maybe add some things, because now, I wasn't there at the time, but I get the feeling that it was sort of a hasty print off. And I just wonder how much more she might have to say if she went through this again. But yeah. She invites you to engage resplendency onto encroachment of Nile pleasurings. Encroachment of Nile pleasurings, guys. That's fabulous. It's freaking fabulous. True Light by Lark Voorhies.